What's up, guys? Welcome back to the live stream. Hopefully you guys follow along for the next hour as we're going to talk about many things. Hope you guys follow along. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Tuesday night live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single Tuesday. If you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, give this video a share. If you guys are watching the replay, I will leave timestamps down in the description below. That way you guys can kind of go to that certain time frame where if you don't have time to watch the whole video, you can just scroll forward to that certain timestamp and watch from there. So we're going to give this a second, get a few people on here as I get set up. I got to get the chat popped out so I can see the comments, and then we'll go from there. Chat, get that going. Looks like we're live. All right. Get this set up. Hopefully we have audio today. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Please drop a comment. Let me know if you can hear me. Hunting and Stuff with J&J. Thank you so much for being here. He's always here every Tuesday. Thank you so much. Hunting and Stuff with J&J. What's up, Danny? What's up, Dave? Hope you're doing. How you doing? I'm doing great. Another Tuesday, another live stream. What's up, James? Hello to all the Woo Tuesday. Yes. What's going on? What's up, Dave Murphy? Sam. Hey, Dave. How are you doing? I am doing great. Much better than last Tuesday night. Last Tuesday was horrible. I almost didn't live stream. I was sick. My father was in the hospital. It was a crazy week last week. What's up, John? Hey, Dave. Hope you're doing good this week. Hope better than last week. Yes, sir. 100% better. 1972 David. Hey, Dave. Updates. Update us on your dad. Will do. Hunting Stuff with J&J. No problem. G.A. Hunter. I'm finally catching you in the live stream. Awesome. Thank you. For everybody watching, please do me a huge favor and please share out this live stream. Please invite some friends to watch as well. Hopefully we have a good live stream here for the next hour. I hope you guys stay tuned and listen up. 1972 David said, update us on your dad. So real quick, last weekend, my father got rushed to the hospital. An ambulance from his house. Couldn't breathe. He was having breathing troubles. He went in, I believe it was last Saturday. Couldn't breathe, couldn't walk more than like 3 feet, and he was gassed out, couldn't breathe. So they put him in there. They did all these tests, heart tests, stress tests. As a kid, he had really bad asthma to where he was hospitalized all the time. So at first they thought that's what he was having, just a really bad asthma attack. As they did more tests, it come to find out that he actually has, it's called AFib, which it's not really like a regular heartbeat. It's when your heartbeat kind of like gets out of like rhythm or out of sync a little bit. So that's kind of what caused that. And they said that's actually what caused him to have a stroke last year. Last summer he had a stroke, so that's what they're saying caused him to do that last year. But he is home. They were saying that he'd have to be on oxygen for a very long time. He's actually not on oxygen at all. He's walking around, breathing perfectly fine. They changed a little bit of medications, breathing perfectly normal. He's out driving around. Doing good. So for everybody that said some prayers and hope that he got better, thank you for that. So I titled this video what's it going to take? And I titled it for that for many reasons. I continually get questions about, people send me questions through like Facebook Messenger, on our Facebook page, emails through the website, and so forth. And the question always is, how do you stay like motivated to do what you do? And people always say that they wish they could do this, or they wish they could do that, or they want to do this, or they want to do that. And anybody can do anything that you want to do. Anybody can do anything. It's all what you put your mind to. And, you know, really, it's a matter of being lazy. You know, some of my friends like to go home and sit on the couch and watch TV all night long. You know, other friends like to, you know, go outside and constantly be on the move and be outside doing things. And I know everybody, you know, everybody has a family. You got kids, you got a wife, so you have to find time, but you have to hustle. You have to get out there, go out of your comfort zone on certain things, and get yourself motivated. For what I do, videos, YouTube, Facebook channel, Facebook page, all the social media, promoting of companies that I work for, and all that stuff, I 100% do it by myself. Over the years, I have had people, you know, on the team or whatever, what you want to call it, but it's never worked out. You know, nobody is going to care as much as you are. Nobody's going to care if something's not yours. You know, in reality, you're going to care less. So, it's better. I like working by myself because it has pretty much always been the past 3 years. It's pretty much, I've done all the promoting. I've had people over the past. Some people do great. Some people don't do great. So for now, I am sticking to being by myself as far as promoting and all that stuff goes. I like it that way. It's simpler. It's less stress. I'm all about stress-free, no stress. I hate drama. So, you know, when filming hunts and all that stuff is a lot of work. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication to stick with it. You know, for instance, if I go to the farm, or if I go to any farm or any piece of hunting property that I have, it's for me and people that film hunts and, you know, want to, you know, just if you're just making YouTube videos, whatever it is that you're doing, filming wise, takes up a lot of time. Like, you got to make sure all your batteries are charged, all your camera equipment is ready, all your SD cards are in your cameras. You have all your SD cards. They're, you know, they're erased, ready to go. You know, you got everything set. You know, you're trying to get different angles, trying to film your day, and it's a lot. It takes probably an 8-hour day, probably turns into a 9.5 to 10-hour day. So whatever it is that you're doing, depending what it is, you typically probably have to add like an extra half hour or an extra hour onto that day to be able to film whatever it is that you're doing. And some people just don't want to do that, and that's perfectly fine. But for the people that do ask questions, like, how do you stay motivated? Or, I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to do that, or I can't do this, I can't do that. Dude, just go out and do it. Get yourself motivated. Don't sit on the couch. Don't sit on the couch and eat potato chips, you know, and go outside and do something. Go buy yourself a video camera, or, be honest with you, this right here, a smartphone. Pretty much all smartphones nowadays record in 1080p. You could record your day-to-day activities on your smartphone and create a YouTube channel. Perfectly fine. But you can't sit back and hope everything is going to happen when you're not doing anything. Does that make sense? Like nobody's going to do something for you. You have to go out and do it. So if you don't create something, as I always talk about, and create something hunting wise or in life, it's not going to happen for you. Nobody's going to do it, for you, and nobody is going to care for something as much as you are. So if it's not yours, you care less. Perfectly normal. It's natural. But when you have something, you are going to care about it more than anybody else. So it's a matter of, getting out there, putting yourself out there, whether it's, having friends that, you have to put yourself around positive people. If you continually put yourself around negative people, you're going to be negative. You're just going to be stressed out. It's going to be drama. You have to surround yourself by positive people. Over the years, I have surrounded myself by negative people, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. So until you make that change and surround yourself with positive, good people, you're always going to be where you are. So one of the quotes that I always kind of go by is, if you continue to do what you've always done, you will continue to have what you always got, if that makes sense. And the second one is, if you want things to change in your life, you have to change things in your life. Nobody's going to do it for you. So it's just a matter of getting out there, getting yourself motivated. Yes, it is wintertime. So naturally, you're probably a little bit more, you're not as motivated as you would be when you have good weather. So like today, for instance, it's been 30 degrees outside for the past 4 months. All of a sudden today, we had snow last weekend. All of a sudden today, it's 72 degrees outside. And I've been working like 12, 13, 14-hour days. At 2:30 today, I was gone. I was out of work. I rushed home. I got all kinds of stuff done. I had to attach a spreader onto my four-wheeler. I had to do an oil change on my truck. Just all kinds of stuff. It was 2:30. It was sunny. It was 70 some degrees outside. I was 100% motivated. At 2:30, I floored at home, and I just got all kinds of stuff done. I literally got home at 6:40 tonight, took a shower real quick, and then jumped on the live stream. So it's just, you just have to keep, hustling and just keep doing it, and keep yourself motivated. The weather, honestly, today, just with how nice the weather was, sunny, it felt good. The weather is what pumped me up today. I was inside the majority of the day working. I was outside a little bit, but the weather, got me motivated today. So it's just, there's different things that will motivate people, at different times of the year. And you just have to find what that is. And it's going to be different from day to day. Like today, the weather motivated me. Other days, it'd just be like a thought that I have in my head, like, all right, I'm going to go home. I'm going to, when it's time, I'm going to go home. I got this to do. I'm going to spray antler grow on this property, spray antler grow on that property. I'm going to check my trail cameras over here. I'm going to, change the oil on my four-wheeler, or I'm going to, whatever it is that you like to do. You have to find what it is that pumps you up. SJ Outdoors. I'm a true believer. If you want something done, you ask someone. You want something right, you do it yourself. 100%. Jay Cohen. Hi, Dave. I'm with you tonight. I worked on a few things at the club today. Good break from day-to-day work. Yes, sir. 100%. John, definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Very true. 100%. Uncle Matt's collection. What's up, Dave? What's going on, buddy? So yeah, that's what we're talking about tonight. So Thank you guys, as always, for joining in and following along, for the support, and sticking with me. The past week was a little rough with my father being sick. Nasty head cold, but we're back on track. Back on track, 100%. So we're gonna be pumping out some new videos here over the next couple weeks. We got a bunch of food plot stuff coming up. So the reason I had to attach a spreader onto my four-wheeler is because it's kind of a goofed up situation. But this is a perfect example of getting something done. No matter what it is in life, you have to find a way to get it done. So over the past 3 weeks, I would say probably a little bit more than 3 weeks. I was at my PA lease, hunting lease. Posted a video about it. We went through and collected soil and had some soil tests done for several different food plots that I'm going to be making for the property. One food plot is going to be, a feeding plot. It's going to be the food source, a big giant food source for the property. Then I'm going to have several other small, 1/8 of an acre, 1/4 acre kill plots. Those kill plots are not necessarily to feed the deer throughout the year. They are there for what they are, kill plots. They are there to attract a deer to a certain spot to give you a 20-yard, 30-yard bow shot. That 3-acre feeding plot is there to provide that property with a year-round food source. Yes, there will be natural browse, but when all that natural browse dies off, it's always good to be able to supplement them with an additional food source for the winter time, to get through that winter time. An additional food source. So that's that 3-acre food plot that I will be creating. That will be the main feeding source throughout the winter. So with that, I got my soil test back, and the soil pH is horrible. It came out to a 5.0 pH, which is not horrible, but it's horrible. But it's nothing that can't be fixed. So I've been trying to work the numbers as far as the amount of lime that I'm going to need to bring that pH up to at least a 6 to a 6.5. Ideally, you want a 6.5 on your food plots, or 7. But it costs money. So I've been working the numbers to figure out what the best route is to get lime in there. Now, there are several situations with this. I've been on the phone constantly for the past 3 weeks, Googling stuff. I don't live there, so I can't just, you have to do everything through Google and research stuff to figure out what feed stores around, fertilizer store, and all that other stuff. So I couldn't find anything. The issue is there's an old logging road that off the main road that I can use to get back into the 3-acre plot. Now, to be able to get back in there, I have to cut a few trees that have fell over on that logging road out of the way, so I can either get a truck or something back in there to get to that food plot. Now, I couldn't find anybody in that area that was willing to get a lime truck in there and spread lime over that plot for me, and buying lime in bulk in that area, which buying lime in bulk would be 100% cheaper than buying bags of lime. But with that, I could not find anybody. So my next resource was just like a Home Depot or a Lowe's, to be able to find lime, pallets of lime. I need like 2 or 3 pallets of lime to be able to fix this food plot. Now, a pallet of lime at Home Depot was like $280 some. And that's going to be, I think it was like it'd be like 2,500 pounds. So it'd be a little bit more, yeah, I think it was 2,500 pounds. The problem with that is I don't have a trailer. I have a pickup truck, but I don't have a trailer. So I would have to go there 30 minutes out of the way, drive to the Home Depot or Lowe's, get them to load a pallet on my truck, come back to the property, unload it onto the four-wheeler, and spread it. Now we're talking a 100-pound spreader on my four-wheeler. We have to spread 6,000 pounds of lime. Okay, that's a lot of work. So, that was the first option, was to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, buy the pallets of lime, drive back, spread the first pallet, drive back to Home Depot, buy another pallet, come back, and spread it again. Okay? Stupid. Dumb. So I posted something on Facebook for anybody that lives in PA, if they knew somebody that did what I was asking for. So one of my friends, Chris, he lives in PA, had mentioned something that he would try to help to figure out the best route to go as far as getting the lime. So that was like 2 days ago. So I made some phone calls. Nothing came about of it. So we got a hold of this other company. I think it was called J&J, I believe is what it was. They will actually, now here's what you got to do, or here's what I got to do. This company is willing to deliver the pallets of lime, okay? Plus, the pallets of lime was way cheaper than it was if I was to buy it at Home Depot or Lowe's. So, all the research, 3 weeks of research to figure this out, it come down to today of calling the company, paying for it over the phone. They're going to deliver the pallets of lime to the property. I just have to unload it and then spread it. They're going to deliver it. It was like a $30 delivery fee, and they're delivering, we're starting out with 2.5 pallets of lime. We're going to start with that. And the pallets of lime ended up being like $170 some, I believe. So it was way cheaper. There was $100 less per pallet to buy it through this company, and it was only cost, I think it was $30 or $35 to deliver it directly to me. All I have to do, and they're even going to help, they're going to unload it onto my truck. So then I have to take a 100-pound spreader on my four-wheeler and uh-oh. That was weird. The stream like cut out there for some reason. It said I was disconnected. Now the stream is back live again. Weird. So yeah, I have to take 6,000 pounds of lime and spread it in a 100-pound spreader. So yeah, I got a rough next 2 weekends to be able to get all this done. Is what it is, but you have to do what you got to do, and you got to work with what you have, basically. So, yeah. My slice of heaven. How's it going tonight? Doing great. Starting tradition outdoors. What are you going to plant in the kill plots and the food plot? So, I've been throwing around ideas on what to plant as far as the feeding source on the main plot. I'm starting with, I was going to do the soybean route. I was going to plant 3 acres of soybeans. I decided not to do that after all the hoping that I was going to. decided not to do that, and we're actually going to make 1 acre of clover. We're working with a company called Deer Ag. We're going to plant 1 acre of clover in the spring, probably around March. The kill plots, I haven't really decided yet what I'm going to plant in there. But it's going to be a mixture of things throughout the property. There's going to be oats, there's going to be brassicas, there's going to be turnips, there's going to be clover, there's going to be obviously natural browse, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. That way we give the deer a variety of things to choose from. That way they just don't have one thing to choose from. They have a variety of different species of food. That way, I just think it would work better that way. Next year, I will probably do soybeans. But for this year, we're going to start out with clover and oats and a few other things like that. Yeah, we're going to start with that. John Hauser 5.0 is a lot better than I ended up. Yes, John ended up with like a 3.8, I believe it was, as far as pH goes, which is very, very low. Very low. It's like the lowest that I've ever heard somebody, have with a food plot. Hunting with Preston. We have a feed store where we hunt in Georgia, and they can bring lime and 10-10-10 in a dump truck with a spreader. Yes, some areas will do that. That's how, like, Antler, Jeff from Antler Grow does it. He gets a truck in there to spread it. I just could not find anybody to do that. Of course, as time goes on, I will continue to look and figure that out, and maybe hopefully have somebody lined up for next year. But for this year, it's just kind of, with my schedule, it's just kind of the route that I have to go with now as far as the bag lime. So nothing I can really do about it right now. Check with Royal King. They have the cheapest lime price and have free delivery, I believe, and will deliver to your property. Yeah, I actually did check with Royal King up in PA, and they actually would not deliver to the property. They would not deliver, which was a big thing that I was hoping to be able to get, was delivery, just because it would save me time from driving back and forth. Yeah. Are you going to block off a section of the food plot to save for late season hunting? Yes. That goes with the kill plots. There's going to be a couple kill plots surrounding that 3 acre plot. So I'll be able to hunt those, and then that 1 acre food plot will be for the clover, will be spring and summer, and then toward the end of summer we'll go ahead and go in and plant some brassicas, some turnips and stuff like that for late season. That big feeding plot, yeah, there'll probably be some good bow hunting spots on there, but in PA, which I've never done before because Maryland, I don't have a place it's illegal where I live, which is rifle hunt. So that 3 acre plot will be perfect for rifle hunting when the season is in up there. So that's what that big plot will mainly be used for. If I determine that I need to kill some does off the property or something like that, I bring a friend up, get them to shoot a doe during rifle season, or something like that. We can do that as well. Will sugar beets grow up there? Oh yeah, for sure. Sugar beets will grow. Deer hammer sugar beets in New Jersey. Yeah. Sugar beets, turnips, rape, clover, oats, anything, all that stuff. You have a diversity of different species of plants will be better. We'll also be planting a product from Deer Egg, which is called the Wall, which grows about 10 feet tall to kind of section off the food plots and kind of divert the deer. We talked about this, I believe it was last night. I spoke with Deer Egg about it, and we're gonna be putting up the Wall to create different areas in that food plot to where the deer can, if some of the deer want to go on this side, they can go on that side. If some of them want to go on this side, they can go on that side, and they're separated. Like we talked about, believe it or not, deer, doe groups and stuff, hate each other. So, they don't, if they want to go this way, some of them can go that way. If some of them are going to go this way, they can go that way. And then they got that wall. They're separated. So it'll create less stress on the deer and all that good stuff. And then next year, as I've mentioned, my goal is to plant soybeans. I want a soybean field, and next year I will have a soybean field. Just right now, with that, I'm just going to go another route, just because of the pH, and I don't know the deer density in the property per se. So I kind of want to, because if you have a lot of deer, 3 acre soybeans are toast. A lot of times they won't even grow, just because the deer will hammer them, so fast they'll never reach full potential and be able to grow pods. So I'm going to hold off for that this year, hunt the place, see how many deer are in the area, see how the food plots go. That way next year I'll have the soil 100% correct, or hopefully close as possible. And then we'll go ahead and throw in soybeans and have that 3 acre. My dream, be a dream come true to have a 3 acre food plot, or soybean food plot. Midwest Outdoor Enthusiast. Hello, Dave. Can't wait to get our spring peas out here in Missouri. Yes, sir. Food plot season is coming. Another couple weeks. Well, a couple months, depending where you're at. Things are going to start greening up. So it's a fun time of year. So you are going to wait until fall to plant most of your food plots, and if so, is that because of all the natural browse? Not necessarily. There's a lot of the stuff's going to be planted in the spring. It's just that main food source for the 3 acre plot is going to be 1 acre of clover, and then we're going to plant some other stuff in the other 2 acres of that area, just to give it a variety of different things. But no, a lot of it's going to be planted in the spring, and spring, summer, and then of course we'll go through and we'll be spraying all those plots with antler grow. We'll be spraying as much as we possibly can as far as the natural browse go. There are old logging roads throughout the property that kind of are just like dead ends, where they're kind of, there's a main road that goes through, and then they branch out. That old area right there is open to the sunlight, so we're just going to kind of go through there, and we might sprinkle some oats and different things, maybe some clovers or something, just to try to get as much food in that area as possible, because there's no other ag around that hunting property, and there's no other food plots around that property. So we're trying to pull all those deer into my property and hold them there. So in order to do that, you have to have the best tasting food in the area. So and I will, it'll be the best tasting food in that area, as far as the food plots and using the antler grow. It'll be, I guarantee you, it'll be the most healthiest food source by far in that area. Hunting stuff with J&J. Are you going to spring turkey hunt this year? Yes. I will be going up there to turkey hunt. Last time I was up there, 3 weeks ago, I believe, there was all kinds of turkey scratchings that I saw. One of the landowners, when I got the place, said there was tons of turkeys there, but I haven't caught a single turkey on trail camera yet. Which doesn't mean anything, but I'm hoping there's a good population of turkeys. It'd be very cool to turkey hunt there this spring and see how that is. Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of. I saw one coyote, but we might have to do some predator hunting, trapping, and you know, we'll see how it goes. I want to make this property as best as it possibly can be, and it's not, you can't just do everything in 1 year, you know, or a couple months. It's going to take time. So as the years go on, depending how it goes, you know, how long I want to hunt there, but as years go on, it'll just get better and better and better and better. And it's a process, you know. There's no instant gratification. Really, it's all what you do, you know, now, which will benefit you later. It's what you do this year that'll benefit next year. You might want to try something similar to an Imperial Whitetail power plant or some climbing soybeans on your wall plot. Yeah, I'm going to use all my seeds going to be from Deer Egg. I've tried multiple different seeds over the years. Yeah, going to go with Deer Egg. Is there any particular weed killer to use from making excuse me, making a killer to use from making a food plot or any kind of work? You have to you can use Roundup, you know, something like that. I don't like using that stuff. I try to use as less weed killer, you know, chemical stuff as possible, but sometimes you need to do it. Huntinator Antler Grow in the house. What's up, Jeff? When you turn those plots, you'll see the birds come out of the woodwork. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. This property, the landowner has owned it for like 40 some years, I believe. And there's never been nothing done to the property. There's no ag. This field has never been turned. There's the food source other than like natural browse. There's nothing in the fields other than what was it called? There's nothing in the fields other than some old grasses and Queen Anne's lace, which Queen Anne's lace deer don't eat. So and turkeys don't eat it as well. So I just can't wait to get springtime to get here, get some food sources in there. It's just going to be amazing. I'm super excited for it. And speaking of that, I did get from work, I've got these 4 55-gallon drums. So I'm going to go up there. I'm actually going up this weekend, but in the next month, 2 months or something, I'm going to create something up there to where I can use these 55-gallon drums to store rainwater. So I'm going to build like a shelf and then have these barrels on there, connect them with PVC parallel, and then use a downspout or something, so every time it rains I fill the barrels up with water. That way every time I go up there I have essentially a free water source to be able to use to spray the antler grow. So that's going to be exciting. Yeah, there's just all kinds of stuff going on. My mind from working and then trying to think of all this stuff going on and plan things out with the lime. Like I said, the lime's getting delivered this Saturday at 10 a.m. I have a friend that's going to come up and help me spread everything. His name's Chris. He's going to come up and spread it, help me spread it. But yeah, the lime's getting delivered at 10. I got to spend the night. I got more work to do Sunday. I got trees to cut out of the way. I got the food plot. There's trees in the food plot that got to be cut. There's more no trespassing signs that's got to be hung. All the trail cameras got to be checked. I got to put some batteries in some other ones. I got more trail cameras to hang. It's just it's a never-ending process, and I would never change it for the world. Never change anything. It all costs money. You know, I don't have a lot of money, but you have to work with what you have, and life is way too short to, you know, stress over all that. So whatever money that I do get extra or something, it just goes into what I like to do, hunting. So that's why I work 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 hour days to be able to pay for all that. So luckily in the trade and job that I'm in, I can pretty much work unlimited hours. So if I want to work 20 hours a day, I could probably work 20 hours a day to be able to do that. So you just have to work and work some more and then work some more. We have 3-acre field of briars 4-inch tall, and that will be a good food plot someday. Yeah, for sure. I hope you're going to film the process. Can't wait to see how it all comes together. Yeah, everything's going to be filmed. I've kind of done a few things with the soil testing and some trail cameras, but over the next couple months, more videos are going to be posted. As always, we got Tuesday nights with the live stream, Wednesdays for the actual like videos. I've been kind of slacking on that just because it's in that dead time of year right now where there's just really not a whole lot going on. So, but I will be starting to pump out more videos here in the next few weeks. Like I said, I'm going up Saturday, so this whole process is going to be documented from start to finish, you know, from now, spreading the lime and, you know, chainsawing and tilling the fields up and planting, and there's going to be trail cameras placed all throughout the property to monitor the food plots and all that stuff. So it's an exciting process that's kind of finally all coming together, and I'm going to document it, you know, not only for you guys that follow along, but also for myself. You know, you can look back, you know, from all the videos that you've created from start to finish year after year, and you can see your own progress. So with that, you know, I may do all this work, you know, and not kill a buck, but that's okay. It's the fun of doing it all and seeing what you can get out of it. You know, like I've always said, if you got 3 deer on your property and you can do something to have 6 deer on your property, you created that, you did that, you made that happen, it worked. Whatever you did worked. So it's not always necessarily about killing something every single time you go hunting, because as we know, that's not real life. That doesn't happen very often. It doesn't happen for me. Years ago, when I didn't really you know, care per se what I shot, I would shoot like the first buck I seen, the first doe. I would shoot 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deer a year. But as I've gotten older and got more into like the management side of things, not necessarily wanting to kill, you know, 160-inch buck, but, you know, just kind of wanting to help you know, wildlife and seeing what you can get out of it is the cool thing. You know what I mean? Seeing what you can get out of it is the best part for me. It's just fun. It's a fun process. You know, I like going out there, you know, being on the four-wheeler, being on the tractor, tilling the dirt over, smelling the fresh dirt, the fresh earth, and you know, putting that seeder over your shoulder and, you know, hand cranking all the seeds out and spreading the lime and, you know, the drive back and forth, and it's a lot of work, but it's fun because you never know what you're going to get out of it. You never know. You could do all this stuff and not kill a deer, or you can do all this stuff and kill the biggest buck of your life. It's just one of those things where you have to enjoy that process from start to finish, and that's your reward. So if you can, you know, spread seed and grow a food plot, that's an amazing feeling. You grew that. You made that food plot grow. So yeah, it's fun. I have fun working the land and seeing deer as much as I do harvesting the deer. That's what it's all about. Yeah, 100%. It's what you can get out of it. You know, that's the fun of it. Hunting stuff with J&J. When you turkey hunt, do you use a shotgun or bow? I just kind of recently started turkey hunting, like 3 years ago. I've shot 2 turkeys, both with a shotgun. I did bow hunt last year, but didn't really get a chance to kill one. So this year, I will be 100% looking to take a turkey with a bow. I got into turkey hunt from some guys up in New York that kind of taught me how to turkey hunt. Went up there turkey hunting with them a few times. Very good turkey hunters, very good callers. Before that, I never even held a turkey call before. Just was never into turkey hunting. I was always about deer hunting, but when they showed me what it was all about, and you know how you have to go after the birds, be aggressive with it, it's a fun. Turkey hunting is fun. Calling them, you know, hitting the call and then hearing them gobble in the background, and you know, hitting the owl hooter and hearing them gobble, and there's just nothing else like it. Uh, 1972, David. What's the price per acre to lease land in PA versus in Maryland? PA is, I think the place I had was like 12. I think it was $12 an acre. Maryland, you're probably looking at $40 an acre, $50 an acre. It's very expensive in Maryland. Very, very, very expensive. I was looking in Maryland. I looked in Maryland for years, but for being one person and not being like a club to where everybody can split the cost of it, it was impossible for me to pay for. Ideally, I would love to have a piece of hunting property on the eastern shore of Maryland, but there's no physical possible way that I could ever afford that. So I kind of had to venture out, you know, a little bit where it was more affordable. Now, if I was with a hunting group and I had a bunch of people, then obviously you could split it and the cost of it would go way down. But maybe, you know, you never know. Maybe 3 years from now, 2 years from now, I'll be able to go out and get some land in PA. I don't know, or Maryland. But as of right now, there's no possible way. Mike from Michigan. My buddy has 60 acres with 3 mature food plots. I bought to 30 acres next to him. I have 3 established stands. We back up to the same private and federal. If I add 3 plots, is that too much between us? No, I don't think so. As long as you position your tree stands strategically over those plots and hunt the right wind, I don't think that it's too much. You can never have enough food. It just depends how you hunt it. So if you want to make one of those plots, you know, more attractive. So if you do think that you have too many and you don't know where the deer are going to go, you want to make that plot more attractive, check out antler grow, because whatever area that you spray, you're going to make that area more attractive to the deer, so the deer will have a more of a destination to where they're going. Who was that? Mike from Michigan. So yeah, check out antler grow. You can spray that food plot and you'll create a healthier plot and a more of a destination and more attractability that food plot will be. If you need a great turkey call, check out Regmer Road Game Calls. Tell them I sent you awesome calls. Yeah, I'll check that out. I still have calls from New York. I still have a box call. I have a couple slate calls. I actually had a slate call that I actually made myself from last year. I bought the pieces and made one myself. Sounds, you know, decent. So I kind of use those, and I have some mouth calls that I use as well. So I'm not an expert turkey caller. I can call a turkey in, but it's not the greatest, but it works. I've called many turkeys in, so it works somewhat. Turkey hunting is just like deer hunting. The first time that I went turkey hunting by myself, I was tagged out at 7:30 in the morning. I got in the woods, set the blind up, got inside. I waited till daylight. I hit a call. I heard where the birds were. I had a hen come in, let her kind of go by. Then I hit the box call. Had a turkey gobble behind me. This bird he come in on like a string. I kept hitting it. He kept coming in. He literally came. I was sitting in a hedgerow, and he came in behind me, walked 3 yards next to the ground blind, 3 yards next to it, came out in front of me, right to the decoy, and I shot him. I was tagged out at 7:30 in the morning. Other times I've been turkey hunting, you can friggin' hear them gobbling their brains out, but just won't come in. So that's when you kind of have to get aggressive and kind of go after them, more like a run and gun type style hunting. I like doing that because it's more of a rush. But when you throw the camera in, you know, filming by yourself, it's hard to do the run and gun type thing. So you kind of have to stay stationary. You can move a little bit, but the majority, if you have somebody filming for you, it makes it a lot easier to where you can do the run and gun type style, just because it's more exciting than just sitting there waiting for the turkeys to come to you. I'd rather, you know, be aggressive and go after the turkeys. But like I said, with the filming, it makes it a little bit harder to do it that way. So if you guys have any more questions, please be sure to ask. We're going to wrap this up here in about 5 minutes. So if you guys have any questions, you want to talk about anything, fire away. Because after this, I have to get a few more things done. I got to start packing up for this weekend. I got to get some trail camera SD cards together, kind of just some stuff situated, and then I got to go to bed because I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you guys do have any questions, and thank you guys again for watching, for following along, for the support, and again, thank you guys for coming out to the Great American Outdoor Show, because it was an overwhelming amount of people that showed up and said, hey, we watch you on YouTube, or we watch you on Facebook, or you help me with this, you help me with that. It was completely 100% humbling, 100% complete humbling. So I just couldn't believe it. So yeah, overwhelming. And again, if you guys want to start a YouTube channel, because you guys constantly message me I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. You know, you always do this by yourself. I don't know how you do it, you know, blah, 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 blah. Take a phone, okay? Take this phone, get out there and film something. All phones, new phones, smartphones, film in 1080p. 99% of them film in 1080p. Grab your phone, go out there, and pick a message that you want to get across to people. Whatever it is that you're good at, take what you're good at and film it. If you're not, you can't be. Everybody's going to be better at something than the other person, and that's 100% perfectly fine. It's normal. Not everybody is the greatest at something equally. So you have to pick something that you're good at and do that. Pick something that you're good at and do that. Take your phone, get out there, film what you're good at, and start today. Start a YouTube channel, get your message across, and just keep at it. Be consistent. Be consistent with it. Do as much as possible. Get off the couch, go out there, and get it done. James Miller, thanks, Dave. No problem. My slice of heaven, very informative. You're welcome. Michigan from Mike from Michigan. Thanks, Dave. What's starting on a clover or a trail mix on trails throughout the property? Clover for sure. Clover will work perfectly fine. That's what I'm going to do. Red clover, white clovers, all that stuff will work perfectly fine. I enjoy your show. When I go back to work, I'm going to end up missing some of the shows. No worries, man. You can always watch them on the replay. Bottom bucks. Anyway, we can hook up through email. I got permission to hunt some new land that is tricky in West Tennessee and was needing a couple pointers. Yeah, if you go down into the description of this video, my email link is in there. If you want, shoot me an email. I'll try to help you out. 1972 David, don't forget to carry extra oil and fix or flat or plugs and a compressor for your four-wheeler this weekend. Thank you, man, for the tip. I actually had that. I was thinking about that earlier. I got to get oil and stuff for the chainsaw and all that good stuff. So thank you for that. Midwest Outdoor Enthusiast, thanks for your time, Dave. Always informative and appreciate your time. No problem, man. I appreciate you guys watching. Well, that's it, guys. I'm going to hop off here. I got to get some stuff done. Thank you again so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, and if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. If you guys are watching and you're not subscribed, please be sure to do that. Get your friends involved. Get your family involved. Get them to come over to the channel and subscribe. There's going to be a new video tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And with that said, I will see you guys back here again next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys.